Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello media students, this is your English instructor Hindi Ben, and today inshallah we're going to start our first online lecture. So please, I need you all to pay as much attention as you can, and also prepare your dictionaries as usual because we're going to use them a lot today. As you can see here, today we're going to discuss Unit 3, which is titled Magazines, and it will be divided into two parts. The first part we're going to take today is talking about composing magazines covers and the planning a content of a magazine. And again, please, I am reminding you to bring your dictionaries because they are very important in this lecture. I need you to take a second here and try to tell me what is on a magazine cover. What can we find on a magazine cover? And since we're talking about composing magazine covers, we need to know what exactly can we find on a magazine cover. Can you guess it? Okay. Magazine cover page serves several purposes. It sells the brand. It has to be visually appealing and different from the other cover pages on the newsstand to attract the new readers. On the other hand, each new cover must be different from the previous issue but still familiar and recognizable to regular readers. It has to present the publication's character and its content. All of these things make the cover page the most important page in any magazine. Here is another question. What is the purpose of a magazine cover? Do you know the meaning of the word purpose? The purpose. Take a second and try to get the meaning of it and then come back to answer the question. Did you get the meaning? Okay, now try to find the answer. What is the purpose of a magazine cover? Well, essentially, the front cover functions to entice or to persuade readers to buy a magazine. Although the reader will spend a fraction of time they read the magazine focusing on the front, they may not pick it up at the first place unless the front cover is well designed. The front cover is made up of a number of important features, and these are common conventions of magazines. For you to create your own magazine, you must understand how these conventions function and what their purpose is. Now I need you to take a look at this cover and try to find these things. The first thing we're going to find right now is the title, and it's always the easiest thing that you can find on a cover page. And on this cover, the title is Teen Vogue. What about the price? Can you find the price? The price is over here, and it's about $3.75. What about the date? Can you find the date? Well, it's pretty easy. The date is May 2009. What about the barcode? The barcode exists here. I think we are all familiar with it, and this is how it looks like. And it exists in the bottom right-hand corner. The cover line. The cover line includes the most important topics inside the magazine, and the cover line here is cool style, and it talks about fashion. And here the issue number, we have number 8, and it's pretty obvious right here. Now I need you to take a second and think of which part of magazine cover is most influential in making you buy a magazine. Do you know the meaning of the word influential? If you don't, please, it's time to open up your dictionaries and use it to get the meaning of this word. Influential. Now, back to the question. Which part of a magazine cover is most influential in making you buy a magazine? And for me, the most attractive thing that makes me buy a magazine is the picture on the front page. If it is not that attractive, I probably wouldn't buy it. Now, what about you? All right. In this part, I need you to take a look at these titles, and we need to know which titles give information about the content, which title suggests a type of person or lifestyle, which title gives no obvious reason about their content or the readers. Take a second and think of all of these stuff. Have you finished guessing? Okay. The titles here, as you can see, Vogue, Simply Knitting, Cosmopolitan, FHM, What Car, GQ, House Beautiful, Esquire, Glamour, PS3, Beautiful Britain, and T3. So, which of these titles give information about the content? Did you guess it? Let's see if you guessed right. We have here House Beautiful, Beautiful Britain, Simply Knitting, What Car, and PS3. Let's move to the next question. Which titles suggest a type of person or a lifestyle? Here we have Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Esquire, and Glamour. What about the other one? Which titles give no obvious information about their content or readers? Here we have GQ, FHM, and T3. Now we're going to discuss some features related to magazines cover lines. What are the things that we can do and what are the things that we can't do? And we will discuss them through the following question. The first question we have here, can underlining, bolding, capitalization, font size and style, and color vary? Do you mean the meaning of this question? The meaning of underlining, bolding, capitalization, font size, style, and color. If you don't any of them, please open your dictionary. Did you get the meaning now? Now let's move to the answer. Well, yes, good use of typographical features is an important way of getting the reader's attention. And we can find all of these features on this cover, as you can see. All of them. The underlining, the bolding, the capitalization, the font style, the style, and the color. Moving to the next one. Is it impolite to use imperatives in cover lines? Do you know the meaning of the word imperative? Please check it because we're going to use it again. We need to know the meaning of this word. Did you get the meaning? Now back to the question. Is it impolite to use imperatives in cover lines? Well, the answer here is no, not at all. In fact, they are very common, especially in celebrities magazines, magazines aimed at young people and young adults, and magazines with populist appeal as they try to involve the readers directly. What about this one? What punctuation is omitted in cover lines? What punctuation is omitted in cover lines? Do you know the meaning of the word punctuation? Did you get the meaning of it? Okay, now let's move to the answer. Full stops are often omitted by others, like exclamation marks, which is a very common feature because they show emotions and immediacy and increase involvement. This is how a full stop looks like, and this is how an exclamation looks like. And as we can see on this cover, it is used here. The exclamation mark is used here. Okay, moving to the next one. What part of an article is sometimes introduced by quotation marks in cover lines? The meaning of the word quotation marks, I don't think it's that difficult. We already know it. And if we don't, please open your dictionary and get the meaning. All right, now let's move to the answer. Sometimes there is a direct quotation from the interviewee which include the most sensational part of the story. And on this cover page, we can find it here. This is how an a quotation mark looks like. And this is a quotation. All right. Is it okay to use questions in cover lines? Is it? Can I put a question on a cover line? In fact, yes, because the reader will want to read the article to find the answer. And of course, this is a question on the cover page, and I need you to go back and try to memorize all of these features because we're going to use them in the next exercise. Now, as I told you, we're going to use the previous features in order to list them in this exercise. Here we have some cover lines and we need to identify the features used in each of them. What men really want in life, you'll be really surprised. What are the features used in this cover line? The font style, here we have two styles. Capitalization, we have one word here written in capital letters. The color, here we have three colors, white, yellow, and orange. And of course, the punctuation, as here we have an exclamation mark. Did you get what we're going to do? All we have are some cover lines, and we're going to identify the features like those ones used in each of them. Okay, 316 really brilliant fashion finds. What are the features used in this line? It's pretty obvious, I suppose. Font style and color. The font style and color, here we have two colors, white and blue, and we have two font style. The numbers are written in blue and the rest of the sentence is written in white. Need cash fast? Follow our 7-day smart earner plan. What are the features used in this cover line? We have font style, we have underlining, we have imperative, we have question and font style. And font size, I'm sorry. The font style here, we have the cover line written in two shapes, in two styles. The underlining here, we have an underlined word, which is fast. Imperative, remember when I told you to check the meaning of the word imperative? Question, of course, we know what question means. And the font size, here we have two sizes. All right? Okay. Kidnapped by a man I met on the net. What is the feature used here? I'm saying it's because it's only one feature. As you can see, it's quotation, as here we have quotation marks, and this is a quote. So the feature here is quotation. Moving to the next one. Spanish special, tasty tapas recipes, and magical Madrid gourmet guide. The features used here are font style and color. As you can see here, we have two colors, green and white, and also two styles. Quick and easy flowering gardens. Quick and easy flowering gardens. Here, guys, we have only one feature, and I think it's pretty simple, and it is color. We have here two colors, yellow and white. In the previous exercise, we discussed the features that are used in writing, and now we're going to discuss the pronunciation features. We're going to choose between alliteration and rhythm, but first of all, let me tell you the definition of each word. As alliteration means the use of the same sound or letter at the beginning of words that are close. And rhythm means a strong, regular, repeated pattern of sounds or movements. And I kind of believe that we already know the word, the meaning of this word, because we have already taken it. And if you don't remember or you don't understand the meaning from the definitions I just gave you, please use your dictionaries. Now with the first cover line, make your house clean and green. Make your house clean and green. As we said, alliteration means that we have to have the same first letter or the same first sound in two words, and here we can't find any words with the same sound at the beginning, but we have something like a sound pattern, which is clean green, clean green. So definitely this one is a rhythm. Did you get it? Okay, moving to the next one. Get fit and fabulous. Get fit and fabulous. Fit, fabulous. Here we have two words with the same letter at the very beginning of it, so it's definitely an alliteration. Spanish special, tasty tapas, magical Madrid, gourmet guide. As you can see, this cover line is full of alliteration. Spanish special, tasty tapas, magical Madrid, and gourmet guide. Fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. Top 10 holiday destinations. In fact, here we have the both features we are talking about, which are alliteration and rhythm. We can find the rhythm in fun in sun, fun, sun, and the alliteration in top 10. Why do we prefer born to bond? Why do we prefer born to bond? If you don't get the meaning of this cover line, born here is talking about the Jason Bourne movies, and Bond here talks about the James Bond movies. I think it's now more obvious. Back to our question. Which feature is used here? Why do we prefer born to bond? Why we born bond? This is an alliteration. What to wear from 19 to 91? What to wear from 19 to 91? And as you can see, This cover line is also full of alliteration. After finishing the part which is talking about composing the magazine cover, now we're going to talk about planning the content of magazines. There are some steps we can do or we have to do in order to plan a content of a magazine, any kind of magazine. We need to plan your content, create master pages, play with color, add contrast, include multimedia, check your work, and create your magazine layout. By these steps, it is easy for you to plan any content of magazines. I need you to take a look of the following sentences. It's from an editorial meeting, and I need you to decide who might say them. The people we're going to choose between or choose from them are deputy editor, fashion editor, beauty editor, picture editor, and sometimes all of them may say the line. It's possible that they all say the line. Okay. Now I need you to take a look at this sentence. I will look into the new channel cosmetic range. Which one of those can say this line? I will look into the new channel cosmetic range. And please, if you don't get the meaning of any of these words, as usual, open your dictionaries. You know what to do. Back to the line. I look into the new channel cosmetic range. The one who can say this line is simply the beauty editor. What about this line? I'm meeting Peter tomorrow to decide which photos we want to use. I'm meeting Peter tomorrow to decide which photos we want to use. This line is mostly related to the picture editor, but also all of these editors can say this line in different occasions. Moving to the next one. We are not going to include the story about students' debt. We are not going to include the story about students' debt. Of course, the one who can say this line is the deputy editor. There's no way I'm going to meet the deadline. There's no way I'm going to meet the deadline. Well, all of these editors can say this line in different occasions, so the answer is all of them. What time is the Armani shoot? What time is the Armani shoot? And in case you don't know, Armani is a very famous fashion company. Back to our line, what time is the Armani shoot? And the one who can say this line is the deputy editor and the fashion editor. As I told you, it's a very famous fashion company. Okay, if you noticed in the previous lines, we used future forms, different future forms. Now we're going to talk about the different future forms that we used before, and we will know in which case we can use each form. The first form we have here is will, and we use it to express a spontaneous decision about the future. We use will to express a spontaneous decision about the future. The second form is be going to, and we use it to talk about a plan for the future made before the moment of speaking. And also we use it to make a prediction about the future. The third form is the present continuous, and we use it to talk about a fixed future arrangement. And the last form, we can use it to express the future, the present simple. Yes, we can use the present simple to express the future. And we use it to talk about future schedule. Please guys, I need you all to memorize all of these cases and remember which form goes with which case, because we're going to use them in the next exercise. Alright. As I told you, we're going to use the previous forms in this exercise. All what we have to do right now, or all what we're going to do right now, is tell the future form that is used in the line and why did we use it. I look into the new channel cosmetic range. The future form used here is, as you can see, will, and we used it because we are expressing a spontaneous decision about the future. What about this one? I'm meeting Peter tomorrow to decide which photos we want to use. Which future form is used here? Exactly, it's the present continuous, and we used it because we're talking about a fixed future arrangement. Moving to the next line. We are not going to include the story about students' debt. We are not going to include the story about the students' debt. The form or the future form used here is be going to, and we used it because we're talking about a plan for the future made before the moment of speaking. There's no way I'm going to meet the deadline. There's no way I'm going to meet the deadline. As you can see, be going to, because we're talking about a prediction about the future. So definitely we have to use be going to. The last one, what time is the Armani shoot? Can you guess the form used here? What time is the Armani shoot? Of course, it's present simple because we're talking about a future schedule. In order to make sure that you understood the previous cases very well, I need you to look at these 4 excerpts from these 4 different conversations and complete the sentences by using most likely future tense from the verbs between brackets. Number 1, I space Matt Damon tomorrow, I'm so nervous. And the verb he wants us to use is interview. If we took a closer look at this sentence, we're going to find out this is a previous fixed arrangement. As I told you, it's a previously fixed arrangement. So in this case, we have to use the present continuous type or the present continuous form because this is the one that talks about the previously fixed arrangement. So the answer will be, I'm interviewing Matt Damon tomorrow, I'm so nervous. The other one, or the other sentence, don't worry about the deadline, it's been extended, it's space the 23rd, not the 19th. And the verb he wants us to use is be. And if you took a closer look, you'll find that we have here deadlines, so it's apparently a schedule, and in the schedule case we use, do you remember? Of course we use the present simple, so it's gonna be it's the 23rd, not the 19th. Did you get it? Okay. I space the copy when I get back, and the verb we want to use here is proofread. If you took a closer look at this sentence, you will find out that it's a spontaneous decision about the future. So, the verb proofread will be, I will proofread the copy when I get back. I'd really would like to know when I space be paid. And the answer here will be, I'd really would like to know when I'm going to be paid. And that's it for today. Thank you so much. And for any questions, please feel free to contact me by email. And I wish you all good luck. Thank you.